Many turned to Padre Pio for miracles, but have you ever wondered how personally he cared for his spiritual children? Today's anecdotes reveal a father's heart walking closely beside them in every need. Stay tuned. Welcome to Following Padre Pio. Whether you're joining us for the first time or returning, we're glad you're here. Today's story from Padre Pio's life may inspire you in ways you didn't expect. Now let's dive into today's story. Today I'd like to share with you some beautiful insights about the way Padre Pio cared for his spiritual children. These accounts are drawn from C. Bernard Ruffin's book, Padre Pio, The True Story, where we see just how deeply Padre Pio invested himself in those entrusted to him. The author explains that Padre Pio often showed great gentleness towards those who were just beginning their spiritual journey with him, gradually guiding them with greater firmness as they grew. One of his spiritual daughters, Maria Campanile, remembered that when she first came to him, he would give her candy. She once asked him, almost perplexed, why he would offer such luxuries when he himself lived in holy poverty. "Because I don't eat them, I give them to you," he answered with a light-hearted tone. Maria, who was a member of the Third Order of St. Francis, replied, "But Father, am I not a daughter of St. Francis?" Padre Pio laughed and, referring to her father's first name, answered, "No, you're the daughter of Mr. Francis." Reflecting on this, Maria later wrote that Padre Pio won souls by first showing compassion and catering to their wishes so that they might not fall into sin. He understood that those still attached to worldly comforts could not be separated from them all at once, without risking discouragement or even a loss of desire for the spiritual life. But his concern was not limited to spiritual matters. From the very beginning of his ministry, Padre Pio cared deeply about the physical and personal needs of those who sought his guidance. He asked about their families, their work, their health. Nothing was too small to bring to him. In this connection, two events stand out, which Maria herself described as miracles. The first concerns her mother, who fell ill with what doctors diagnosed as double pneumonia. When Maria told Padre Pio that the doctors had applied 8 leeches to draw blood, still a common practice in Italy in 1918, Padre Pio was horrified. He shouted, "She must not be bled." He insisted, without ever having seen or examined the woman, that she was suffering from malaria, not pneumonia. Trusting him, Maria had the leeches removed. Her mother recovered, and the doctors later confirmed the illness had, in fact, been malaria. Maria never forgot how personally Padre Pio entered into the suffering of her family, guiding, correcting, and consoling with a heart of a true spiritual father. And it's stories like these that remind us why this mission continues, to bring Padre Pio's spiritual guidance to many. And if these accounts stir something in you, a desire to draw closer to Padre Pio, or to help more people encounter his spiritual fatherhood, I invite you to take a step in that direction. By becoming a protected child of Padre Pio, you'll help keep his example alive for countless souls. And in return, your intentions are remembered every month in a holy mass, and you'll receive a personalized certificate, a photo of Padre Pio, and his favorite prayer booklet. The link is in the description below. Now let's return to Maria's story, because the next event reveals something even more extraordinary. The other incident reveals Padre Pio's incredible gift of bilocation. On February 2nd, 1918, one of Maria's sisters suffered a terrible fall. The doctors examined her and determined her liver was damaged. They said that there was nothing they could do and that she would not live. Maria hurried up the hill to Padre Pio, who calmly told her, "Your sister will recover, do not worry." Yet, when Maria returned home, the situation was grim. Her sister was in a coma, vomiting every 15 minutes. Maria called her name, pinched her, but the injured woman was oblivious to everything. A lady friend was keeping vigil in the room when suddenly she turned pale. Maria asked if she felt unwell. "No," the woman replied, "the Padre is here." Maria, who saw nothing, was stunned. "What do you mean the Padre is here?" "He is here in spirit," her friend answered. "How is he dressed?" Maria asked. "Like a monk," she replied. The friend then described how Padre Pio approached the injured sister and said, "Poor child." About 10 minutes later, the friend spoke again. "Now he has gone away." Maria went to her sister's side, called her name, and watched as she regained full consciousness, saying she felt much better. Maria checked her watch. It was 8 p.m. The next day, with her sister well on the road to a rapid recovery, Maria found Padre Pio in the friary courtyard. She asked him point blank, "Padre, what time did you come to my house last night?" He looked at her and, without batting an eye, answered in a matter-of-fact way, "Around 8. There is also the testimony of Viviana Guidi, who came to Padre Pio tormented by demonic attacks. His reply was, "Daughter, don't worry. That fellow, the demon, I will deal with him for you." This was the heart of Padre Pio, to stand beside his spiritual children in every difficulty. He wanted them to feel his closeness, to know that they were not alone, to be certain that he would help them in every need. He bore their troubles as his own so that they could continue forward on their path to holiness with courage. Padre Pio wasn't just renowned for his miracles, he was, above all, a true winner of souls. Thank you for watching. May Our Lady and Padre Pio bless you, and we'll see you in the next video.